by using a new link. I have already mailed you regarding that also. I
Good
request
morning,
all
sir.
the students to kind. Yes, very good morning.
Sir, actually, right now the class is having a mock PA interview. So students will be leaving and joining according to the timing they have been provided of the interview.
Okay, fine. Then let me take your attendance first. Okay.
Right.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
as per the call, you can go and you can rejoin. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Just hold on for a moment. Let me do it. I request all the students to respond in chat box. Hardik, Parth, Asha. Hardik, Gohil absent. Parth absent. Sorry, present. Asha absent. Dikshit Dhara Mahek. Dikshit Dhara Mahek. Dikshit absent. Dhara absent. Mahek absent. Pratipal Dhruv Archit.
Sir Mahek.
Mahek present. Pratipal absent. Dhruv present. Archit absent. Harsh Shubhra Paritosh. Harsh Shubhra Paritosh. Harsh absent. Shubhra absent. Paritosh absent. Janvi Mihir Darsh.
Yes, sir, Mihir.
Janvi absent. Mihir present. Darsh absent. Dhairia Rutvik Amit. Dhairia absent. Rutvik present. Amit absent. Kishan Parita Priyank. Kishan absent.
Yes, sir, Janvi, 134.
Please respond in chat box. Priyank Ruchita Pranav. Priyank Ruchita Pranav. Okay. Shubh Dev Nikisha. Nikisha. Jeet Dharmendra Ayush. Dharmendra Ayush. Meet Mihir Raj. Bhomik Vaibhav Drashti. Bhomik Vaibhav Drashti. Shivani Bharat Yash. Yash. Manoj Rikshit Rutvik. Rakshit Abhishek Janvi. Yash Dhruvi Drashti. Mohil Naimish Sarthak. Kevin Ishani Akshay. Ishani Akshay. Reshma Shivans. Shivans. Abhinash. Rahul. Rahul. Time આવ્યો ને લેક્ચરમાં? It's already late. Okay, fine. Thank you. So let's get starts with the session. But first of all, let's recall the previous session. What we did in a previous session. First of all, let me know what we did in a previous session. What else? What exactly we did in PHP? Yes, I think we had started with the OOPS concepts, in which we had started with the class, right? What do you mean by the class? What do you mean by the class? Yes, what do you mean by the class? In a one line. It's a template for object. Yes, an object is instance of class. After that, properties, access modifiers, the public, private, and protected. Okay. What do you mean by the public? What do you mean by the public? Look, this is very basic fundamental. These are the things that which can ask in placement. It's a property which can be accessible from the outside of the class, either by the script from the another class. Yes, accessible from anywhere. What do you mean by the private? The no access granted from the outside of the class, either by the script or from the another class. What do you mean by the protected? The no access granted from the outside of the class, except the class as a child of the class within the protected property with its own. Yes. Okay. So these are the three basic differences are there: public, private, and protected. Let me share my screen with you. Is it visible? Okay. So that's what the example that how you can define the class. All right, class, then space, then name of the class. Okay, and then you can list out the members. All right, of the class particular by using the different properties of that. There are two ways to initialize the different properties. That first you can do it by inside the class, and outside of the class also you can do that. All right, and that's what the example that how you can define the properties outside of the class, and that can be accessible. Methods are normally used as you can say functions. It's like similar to the PHP functions only. All right, and then can access the different properties and the methods for the current instance also. We had already gone through the this keyword $this, which refers the object, current object. Okay. After that, we had gone through that one example also, right? A normal class example. Look, guys, one more thing that while we are executing the code in the class, all right, and when I'm going to ask you to execute this, it might be possible that you will get error, right? And some of you may not get error, but definitely it's very hard for me to solve each and every error. Okay. So while I'm going to execute the code, definitely it is run at my system only. All right. But if someone got an error, then try to resolve your end. Okay. Otherwise, it's not possible to forward not possible to go ahead with the other content also, right? So I request all the students to get ready with your laptop. All right. We're gonna start soon. So first of all, let's get back to that example only. What exactly that example shows? Who is going to tell me what we did in this example? The output was OD and black. All right. What we did? I want somebody to unmute yourself and respond on this. Look, we are not going to mug up the code. We are going to understand the code. Then and then your programming will improve. All right. And it's not like that if you are not able to write the code by your own, it's fine, you can refer the references also, but make sure that when you are going to write something, you at least know what is the meaning of this line. And that's what I want. Okay, so I want somebody that the code is already there, but I want to know that what exactly the output of this and why how it's executed. So I want that part. Who is going to speak? Yes, anyone? I want somebody to unmute yourself and respond on this. Look, someone has to respond. તમે કઈ રિસ્પોન્સ જ નહીં કરો તો મને મજા જ નહીં આવે. Speak in your language. I don't have any issues with that, but you need to respond. Come on, tell me. You can please unmute yourself and you can respond, please. Please unmute yourself and respond. Bolo.
We created one PHP code demo file in which we made some functions and methods
Okay.
like functions like set name and get name, set color,
Okay.
get color, and then we call the function and that.
First,
and
what
some
we did, we created a class as a property, right?
Yes, sir.
After that, we had created a methods, get name, get color, set color, right? After that, we created object, right? After that, using that object, we are calling to that methods by passing the argument. Say for example, set name નો આપણે use કરેલો છે, right? OD set name. તો આપણે શું આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટ પાસ કરી છે? OD અને કલર black. Alright. હવે ઈ આપણે આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટ પાસ કરી. Alright. ફંક્શન get name થી આપણે એને રિટર્ન કરશું. Alright. તો જો લખેલું છે return this name, current object ને રિટર્ન કરશે. So OD get name. તો જે set name માં તમે પાસ કરો છો એને get name માં તમે એક્સેસ કરો છો. Clear? Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll back to you that part also. Getter and setter also. Fine. So that's what the basic understanding. And while you are executing the code, you at least need to remember this. All right. Does anyone having any doubt with this program? I mean. Please respond on this. Only one student has responded, 2 students. I think everyone is sleeping now. There are 30 students have joined the session. All right, and hardly I got reply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, only 11. What about the rest of other students? Fine, your choice. Let's get started with the next one, variable dump. It is basically used to display the structure information, I mean type or data type or value about the more or one or more objects. Okay, so that's what the example, like we do have a class like a fruit, okay, which has a member's name and the color. All right, I'm going to create the new object of that particular class, and I'm going to display it. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to outside of the class directly, I'm going to allow by using object like $object name is equals to orange. All right, then I'm going to print this variable into dump. All right, and what should be the output? Okay, so let's execute this example so you will have idea. Okay, fine. So just hold on. I want each and everyone to get ready with your stuff, right? Those who have missed the attendance, once we're done with the session, I request all the students at the last, okay, that you can give your numbers. Is it fine? Yeah. So let's get started with the code. Please, all the students are requested to start your MEMP, XEMP, WEMP or LAMP. All right, so without wasting that much time, we can proceed further. Okay, I guess you already know where to keep the programs, right? So I'm skipping that part basically. For those who are using the XAMPP, in the XAMPP you can find the XAMPP, LAMP or MEMP. You can find the htdocs folder over here. You can make the directory, and inside that you can execute the program. And those who are using the WAMP, you can find the www folder in the WAMP, and you can execute this inside that. Okay, so let's get started with the code. What exactly the variable dump will do. I'm going to remove this right now. Okay, so yeah, that's what the HTML and the body. Right, let's of the thing we need to create. So let's get started with the PHP. Okay, yeah, we do have the class like fruit. Sorry. Class fruit. Okay, then we do have public name, I mean name of that fruit, as well as the name of the color, I mean color of that fruit. Right now that would be an object outside of the class. Right, so new fruit. Right, so we had created the object also. Now by using that object I'm going to assign the value. Right, so object name of the fruit would be, so for example, orange. Right, I'm not going to give you any kind of the color. So let's see the output. Okay, variable dump. Okay, and I'm going to pass the object, so that has to be a object. Okay, let's execute this and let's check it out, what exactly the output is. Okay, and yeah, take a look on this. Right, that's what the output. The name string 6 orange, and the color is none. Okay, so that's what the expected output. As you can see, this is also available over here. So yeah, I want you to execute this now. Go ahead, and once you're done with this, you are requested to respond on this chat box. Done. It shows that we had only executed one, and that is displayed as an associative array, and the other one is a null. Okay, so we define only orange, we didn't define the null, so it shows null only, right? That's why it shows #1. Fine, thank you so much for the response. So let's back to the next. All right, instance of that is used to check if the object is belong to the specific class or not. So it's like of a boolean, right? It will return true or false. It will return true or false. So let's execute this also. All right. Instance of okay. Sorry, we need to use the same thing. I'm going to only choose, for example, the public name over here, object, which is a new food. All right, and I'm going to remove this now. Echo. All right, and say, for example, the variable dump. Okay, dollar object instance of fruit. All right, let's check it out, what exactly the output would be. Okay, take a look on this. Boolean is equals to true, which means this class is, I mean, this object which is belong to that particular class only. Okay, so I request to replace the code with the previous one and tell me whether you're going to receive that output or not. Fine, so moving to next, the magic methods. Okay, so definitely a special built-in methods, all right, that are added with the PHP 5 and later on, that allows the developers to declare for the classes. So to initialize the object properties, I mean kind of a values of the properties when the object is created. So the classes basically which have a constructor methods to execute automatically, all right, when the object is created. And the constructor is not required if you don't want to pass, I mean, any kind of property and the values, or to, if you want to perform any of the actions when the object is created. So PHP only ever calls only one constructor. Okay, yeah. So why constructor? And the answer is the advantages of the constructor. All right, what are the different advantages of the constructor? So that would be 2 marks question or Viva questions. Why we need a constructor, or list out the advantages of constructor, right, which is applicable to both mid-semester examination as well as the end semester examination. So it encourages the reusability, avoiding the reinitialization whenever the instance of class which is created, right? The ability to pass the parameters which are helpful in automatic initialization of the members variables during the time of the creation. And definitely it can calls the member methods as well as the different functions, all right? And you can call the other constructors even from the parent class also, right? So these are the suggested or the basic advantages of the constructor are there. Okay, so now the thing is how to create or how to define a constructor, all right? So definitely it's this method starts with the to underscore first, all right? You need to write the name of the function, I mean function keyword first, then underscore which denotes a constructor, and then you need to write the name of the constructor, I mean whatever the construct keyword. After that, if you wanted to pass any of the arguments, then in round brackets you can pass the arguments, and then curly brackets and the class initialization code if you have. So definitely the type of argument 1, 2 and whatever, definitely these are the mixed and based on the user's requirement. So this is what the basic example of the constructor. Okay, so let's execute that program also, right? So moving to the code, I'm gonna remove the all class and all. Okay, now let's get started with the class car. All right, it has a let's choose two members like name and color. So the public dollar name as well as the public dollar color, sorry, public dollar color, right? I'm going to choose the function. All right, now take a look on this underscore underscore construct keyword. All right, and now I'm going to pass the argument over here. So the name and the dollar color. All right, now there are some certain statements would be there of that particular function. All right, so definitely I'm going to write, so for example, dollar this. All right, a name which represents the dollar name, which means it refers the current object. Okay, definitely we are going to create object later on, but which refers the current object. So now the color is equals to dollar color. All right, so that has to be a function created. All right, now the function, say for example, same the previous one, the get name. All right, and return dollar this name, so it will return now. Okay, and function get color, so return dollar this color. Okay, and just hold on, I think I made a mistake something. Yeah, I have created all the functions and everything which was outside of the class. Basically I need to keep over here. Okay, now the outside of the class, definitely I'm going to create some objects, say for example the OD, and the new, definitely this is object of the car only. All right, and I'm going to pass the argument also OD as well as, so for example, red color. All right, and let's print. Let me echo break row one more time, echo, and at that time over here color, red color. All right, let's execute this. Something is wrong, hold on. That's what the, oh yeah, class car, public name and public color. The function construct. This is correct only. Name and the color. Dollar this name, color. The function get name, dollar this name, color with this color. I don't know what's wrong with it. Just hold on, let me check it, guys. Just hold on for a moment. Take a look on this. That's what they're working. Right. So that's what the output of this. I'm going to give you the code. All right. And let's execute this. Once you're done with this, you're requested to respond in chat box. Please. Yes, sir, if you wanted to overload the constructor, and definitely Java supports it also. Right, you can overload in Java if you want. Fine. No, we can't overload any methods in PHP. Fine. So I guess this is done.